Just beginning today here at Paul's Donuts. It's dreary out, but all the same, I want some donuts. Because last time I was here, they didn't have the kind I like. I had to get something else. So I'm coming nice and early. And I was there just in time, because the person in front of me got a chocolate nut, and I was like, oh, there's only one left, so I got one. But then the person behind me asked for one, and they were out, so I got the last chocolate nut. I'm very glad, because I've come a couple times trying to get that. And usually, if I come like after work and I'm a bit later in the day, and they're usually out. And don't those look delicious? By the way, welcome to Saturday, September 8th. Just sort of starting off a slow day. The Blu-ray successfully burned. I'm glad for. I remember when I first started with those, how much trouble I had. For the most part, they say, 25 gigabyte capacity. As long as I only put like just under 20 gigabytes on there, they seem to burn fine. It only seems like if I try and push it up to that full capacity that it gives me any issues, so I've gotten pretty good at making it where they work. That may not be how they're supposed to work, but whether it's the discs or my burner, I don't know. If I can make it work, that's still a lot bigger than a DVD. And alright, I sat down and played like an hour of Skyrim, so like 2 episodes, which should be enough that when I upload, once it, converts and all that, that when I upload everything, that should be enough Skyrim to cover all of the Portal Stories Mel. So, it should be enough Skyrim to get me through that other game, because I've been trying to think of, of course, what game to play after that, but it doesn't make sense to play any game to follow it until I've gotten it all uploaded at least, so that'll be at least enough Skyrim to get through there. It's like I got other stuff to work on, but I figured, let's do that. Actually ended up an awful lot of it in one of the crypts, just sort of exploring and fighting the zombie guys. Druger, or whatever they call them. There's all the traps and everything. It always gets me kind of on edge. Ended with a big old battle and used every last potion I had. Nearly died. And the door had locked behind me, so I just had to keep going. But I made it through without dying again. Yet. And one unproductive late morning later, Nick got up and I guess technically the computer is almost done processing the files. So I guess the computer was productive, just not me. I laid down, watched YouTube. It was fun. But anyways, Nick's coming over. We're gonna head out to Chinese. He'd sent me a message the last couple of days like, hey, if you get off work early, we can do that. But I didn't take off work early because, money. But, well, money, and then also on Thursday I didn't do it because I had plans at a certain time with that. But either way. So, he's coming over. We're going to go get Chinese food. Here, Hibachi Grill. Same as that. Look at that. I don't eat sushi, but I don't imagine that's how you're supposed to do it. No?
Doesn't mean it's not easy.
That was so good. And now I get to go back up and get stuff just off the buffet, but they did a really good job today. Mm-hmm. Or I could take credit. I portioned it all out and figured out the recipe, so I did very good. Have you basically finished at this point?
Yeah, I had my 2 plates.
But you had them at once. That's not how math works. I'm pretty sure. So I've been hanging around, converting files. The files I recorded, the Skyrim I recorded this morning, I got that all converted. Otherwise, I've been working on stuff a little bit more on possible rewards upcoming for for my D&D game. A little bit more work on a possible video and what I'm thinking with that. It's been a lot of work actually. You know how on Windows when you download stuff, it just throws it in the downloads folder? Sorting that, like, these are all menus, let's move them into menus folder, and oh look, here is all of the Unearthed Arcana, or whatever it is that I've downloaded for D&D, or previews of other role-playing games, or whatever it may be. Let's move that into their folders. Done that for a couple of hours. Now I'm like, okay, I want to get up. I want to stand up and do. So I'm over here with boxes, and I'm like, I'm not gonna sort through all the stuff in the boxes. No, that's not what I'm doing today. No stress. But I'm just gonna kind of look through and things that like, oh, this goes here. I'm just gonna start putting stuff that I already know is where it goes away. Just no pressure. Just, I don't know, looking at what's in there, I guess. And I found cookie cutters. I had cookie cutters and such, which I've never gotten to use. But I've gotten, some of them I got and some I had my mom get me. Because it's like something like I want to be able to have and use. I just haven't had a place of my own to do like cookie making stuff. I'd forgotten about these. I'm gonna put these in to be ready to, like, I have to wash them all and then put them away. Peel off all the stickers. But that's cool. I have cookie cutters. Sometimes I can make cookies. And have them like unique shapes instead of just being like circle. So I'm sitting in the kitchen, going through more boxes. Probably half emptied, like 3 boxes. Which means I could change things around and like consolidate. And at some point I will. But that's not what I'm worried about right now. Right now I'm just basically trying to find stuff that I know this has a spot already reserved for it and just getting it to that spot. But I'm working on that and thinking I'm probably gonna cook some dinner at some point. I saw no gnats yesterday. I wasn't home a huge amount. I've been home most of today and I've seen 2, one of which I killed. I grabbed it out of the air and crushed it to death in my hands. Because that's really more than the gnat deserves. It deserves something more like being grabbed carefully, put in a container, and having its body parts painfully dissolved by acid. But that's a lot of work, so I just crush it and it's dead, and it may be a foul creature deserving much worse torment, but I only got so much time in the day, so I just got it out of my way. Okay, I got a little off track there. Anyways, the point is, I got a call from my mom saying she's getting ready and she's going out to get something to eat with Ethan, and I'm invited. So I'm like, well, instead of cooking something, I'll go get a free meal that way. Even better. But all that to say, I guess I'm getting ready to go out to dinner with family, but the gnats are seeming to go away. I still hate them. So I'm glad that there are fewer of them. So I got the Royal Burger. Both Mike and Ethan got the Burnin' Love. And Mom got a teriyaki burger and brought her own non-soy version of soy sauce. Because she's like allergic. We're heading into the mall. Because this guy apparently needs shoes. I don't know. Well, then I guess it's not because his feet are getting too big. He probably just wants something more fashionable. Because he thinks anyone looks at his feet. No one looks at your feet. So we're looking for where Ethan can look for some shoes. And over in the men's shoe section, like they don't have like athletic shoes. They only have like dress shoes. And so we're walking out of Macy's to go somewhere else. And we see like the signs like, oh, here's athletic shoes kind of thing. But it's like in the middle of like the women's shoes area. And you can actually see this used to be women's shoes, but they have torn off the W and O and just made it the men's shoes section over here. Slight modification. Those are some shiny white shoes.
Those are pretty good. 2, 3. Alright.
Okay. If you're not sure, they're not gonna go away. You can go to some more places tomorrow.
Yeah. Don't say yes because of the time. If you like them. If you're not positive, but considering them, you can decide tomorrow, and we could always come back here. If you're not positive, don't just get them to have it done with.
Can we take a picture of it?
So no shoes today. He'll have to look again tomorrow, see if he can find some new shoes then. And I'm home. That took up a lot of my evening, though. I guess before I heard from Mom, I figured I'd have time to edit a vlog and get things up and all that. Time I get home from going out to eat, just fun time with family, and then also going out and helping Ethan try and find shoes. It's late. I might look through another box or so, but otherwise I'm about to be going to bed here. So I just got a Blu-ray burning, and I guess that'll be what my computer will do for this evening. Sounds like Ethan would like me to go with them to try and find shoes tomorrow. He likes my input. Oh well. I like spending time with him. I don't get to see him all that often, so I probably will. But yeah, I'm headed to bed here soon, so thank you for joining me. Join me as my journey continues. Bye.